So we are winding down this Sun's Day with Eshu on the daily numerology. So that's some Eshu energy in pure form, winding it down to some cleansings from all four winds. A wonderful way to begin autumn equinox. Let's talk about it. Attention, star seeds. Attention, light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on-the-fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare bobo egungun ara orun bobo orisha, for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekule if you're catching this in the evening time. Ekaro if you're catching this in the early morning's rise. I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. We are winding down your Obatala venerated sun-ruled Sun's Day, turn-up day for those that are born under the sign of Leo. Hey, 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 and the day vibrates on the 21-3, sacred to Eshu and Ogun. So it's all about them high roads and the spiritual quest for purity, because that's what Obatala represents: patience, perseverance, and keeping a cool head. And when you do that, when faced with Eshu's crossroads, Eshu blesses you with the keys to higher doors. It is your first Sunday of autumn equinox and the first one of Libra season, with the moon tonight waning in the third house of Gemini. So you got third house 3 on the daily numerology. So you got some decisions to make, and not a very crucial one, just a very simple but powerful one. And that simple, powerful choice, or that simple, powerful crossroad, is just allowing yourself to be at peace with all there is. That changes your vibration, and your vibration changes the nature of what you attract. So on tonight's waning moon, if you're listening at the 9 o'clock hour, then balance the dualities by calling neither of them wrong. Allow your ego and your spirit self to balance itself out so that you can, on your light side and your shadow side, be on the same page. All right, enough about that. So I don't want my 6 a.m. listeners talking too much about yesterday. So when the clock strikes 12 and Obatala passes that time clock to his wife Yemoja, we begin a 7-day cycle on this moon day with cleansings coming from all 4 winds. I'm hearing sirens in the background. Some endings and cleansings will be more intense than others. I'll just leave it at that. This is 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. And you are listening to The Forecast. Beam up. Did you find purity, rest, and reflection and alabaster divine? Then you'll love it on my cosmic beachside with Mother Blue Hues. Meet me there tomorrow. That's www.poeticallymused.org/Mother Blue Hues. That's POETICALLYMUSED www.motherperblues. Ashe. And we're back. So it's Monday, September 23rd, 2024, and the day is vibrating on a 22-4. So we got some mastery energy starting out this week on a number of earthly foundations. 4. Y'all get my drift? North, south, east, west, summer, autumn, winter, spring, dawn, noon, dusk, midnight. And I'm feeling cleansings, Yemoja's emotional waters of cleansing coming from all 4 winds. So what this energy is really feeling like is that many of you are in a space of washing off debris from past trauma so that you can be open to embrace your new life and your new abundance. Because you see, we don't do all this healing and inner work and spirit work to keep going through the same poo with the same people. No, you heal these things so that you can be open to receive the life that you were destined for. And that's the life of abundance, peace, love, joy, and prosperity. So many of you been to hell and back enough times you learn to ride a side saddle, but that space in your life is over because you're now on a higher road. So it's time to cleanse the old thinkings, cleanse the survival mode thinking, cleanse the thinking of things can always go wrong. Be just as open to things going right. So you got some past debris I'm picking up to wash off. Like I'm looking at in my vision, I'm seeing a hose that's like spraying down dirt off of a new structure. So allow yourself to set those new foundations and let those cleansings come from all 4 directions. It's the first moon day of autumn equinox and the first of Libra season. So this is a season change, and the autumn season is all about shedding those old leaves, leaving that tree naked and bare so we can blossom new things after winter solstice's hibernation season. But first, you got to let the old leaves fall. And like last night, the moon is waning in the 3rd house of Gemini, so you want to clear blocks of communication with yourself, with others you may need to make peace with, um, especially between you and the heavens. I'm getting be more specific in your prayers so that your communication with the spirit world becomes a lot more clear. So I'm just going to say this. Because also Monday is Ojo Aje, or day of financial responsibilities, you really want to take a look at how your energetic currency is being spent. And with the moon waning tonight in Gemini, you have some things to work out with your emotional dualities because we've all experienced negative emotions. It's all a matter now of turning them into a space of emotional intelligence because only intelligence solidifies solid foundations. When you build things on your emotions and you build them on your feelings, that structure can fall when your feelings change because emotions are fleeting. So allow that emotional foundation to become a space of intelligence as you start out the next 7 days of this week. Ashe. We are cruising through Libra season's first decan, so we are in the season of the Venus, of the scales of justice. And if you were born between September 23rd and October 2nd, you are 100% Libra, 100% Venus rule energy, no cut on your dope. Those of you that are Libra moons, allow that emotional nature to rise up some. If Libra is your rising, then you can feel more of an increase in your need for balance and justice. In the 12 figures of African spirituality, we are still in the season of the traveler until October 3rd. And if September 23rd is your solar return, then happy solar return. May the ancestors Aladamare and Orishas bless you with many, many more, filled with Bobo Ire. And Bobo Ire just means many, many blessings. But if you were born on this day, September 23rd, you have an alert mind, you learn quickly, you're observant, and you can readily do what you have seen others do. You lack originality, but you are careful and prudent. You are honest, considerate, and friendly. You do enjoy attention, but when it's not forthcoming, and you're not a big complainer. So if you were born on this day, ain't nothing wrong with you, but don't be trying to steal other people's shit and pass it off as yours. That ain't cool. But anyways, if you were in the other 11 houses, all right, haterade is not alkaline, so make sure you are showing all the Libras in your life some love in their season. And while you're at it, shift on over to that space where Libra resides in your natal chart. Check your placements of House 7, check your placements of Libra, and of course, check your placements of Venus and see where you find your love, your justice, your balance, and your harmony. And if you need any assistance with that, then by all means dial the number on the screen 314 200 0368. Or you can treat yourself to that lovely Yemoja care package I put in the description box of this video. There, you can book a live reading or a pre-recorded video read with a 24-hour turnaround. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Blues? I don't sing 'em. I tranquilize in their hue. Now my mouth pours truth. And iiiYansa, J Muse, haiku. Moon Talk, Motherpeace, found Motherpeace. Throat chakra healing, waters, blues, spirits, films, music, sea creature messages, guided meditation, poetry, mysteries of the wine dark sea, healing stones and shells, blue things, rhyme, iiiYansa's glass water, dreams and wisdom, cleansing, healing. It's all inside. Come on in. Every moon day on Mother Blue Hues with iiiYansa Muse. And we're back. So let's look at all the planets that are retrograde dancing in the galaxy. So we're still 5 planets in retrograde, and it's the same 5 that seem to just keep holding themselves in this looming position until we make the decisions that we need to make to ascend to the higher level of humanity. So with that said, we got Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius going in on May 2nd, coming out on October 12th in Capricorn. And this one, of course, affects Scorpio babies more than the other 11 houses. And it's all about carving out the little things, closing old chapters, and opening new beginnings. So allow this time to be taken so you can carve out little details that will make all the big differences, especially in the areas of self-work, developing new habits, business, and creative projects. Okay, so we also have Saturn in retrograde in Pisces from June 29th until November 15th in Pisces. And this is going to bring an end to a lot of delusions. A lot of the people that have been thorns in your sides in life are going to be getting their karma, and your energy is going to be tested to see where you really stand with that. I would suggest you try to keep your heart light and positive. You know, we don't celebrate other people's wrongdoings, and just pray that they grow pretty much. And while you're at it, allow their lessons to be checks for your own ego so that you don't get too out of line to think that you can, dance on the wrong side of the crossroad and not have to reap no consequences. Saturn is the planet for Capricorns and Aquariuses, so this is going to affect Capricorns and Aquariuses more than the other 10 houses. This brings your ego self up to surface a lot, dealing with a lot of inner child wounds. Make sure your inner child is happy and stay grounded and what you truly value from a spiritual perspective. Because with Saturn in retrograde, Eshu will test you to see where your divine priorities are. Ashe. All right, we got Neptune in retrograde, and Big Mama busted the moonwalk in her own house on July 2nd in Pisces, coming out on December 7th in Pisces again. So if you are a Pisces, then this is definitely going to affect you more than it's going to affect the other 11 houses. And this is kind of like that showdown between the spirit and the ego self, because Neptune's retrogrades orchestrate events that bring about divine justice, and they bring a lot of spiritual epiphanies, oftentimes so intense that you can't help but put your energy, your action behind your initial intuition, because the heavens are letting it be known that they're speaking, they're talking, they're a real realm. And the humans that will connect with the spiritual realm and live like we know here on earth, we're the ones that ascend to the 5D. The ones that just live in a 3D perspective, stay stuck in that place, and that won't be a very good one much longer. So, your dreams will intensify during Neptune retrograde. I would suggest that you keep track, that you keep order with your dream journals so that you can kind of keep a tab on what the spirit world is telling you about your waking life. Learning to read and interpret your own dreams is kind of a way of self prophecy, self divination. But I am a dream interpreter, so if you do need assistance in reading dreams, then by all means give me a call at 314-200-0368. All right. All right. We got Chiron in retrograde in Aries, and that's some double heat energy, because this retrograde began in the fixed heat of Leo season, July 26th, and will be there until December 29th in the fiery house of Aries. So this is going to bring a lot of our deepest fears to the surface. This is going to bring a lot of our biggest challenges and deepest inner childhood wounds to the surface, so that we have no choice but to face them, transmute them, turn our pain into purpose, turn our pain to power, and use it for something that's positive, or continue to let those demons in the dark snack on our asses. The choice is ours. All right, last but not least, you do have Uranus in retrograde from September 1st. And buckle up, babies, because we're going to be in this retrograde all the way from January 25. But this is a good retrograde. It affects Aquarius more than the other 11 houses, because Uranus is one of Aquarius's other planets. So if you are an Aquarius, invoke the patience of Obatala, baby, because both of your ruling planets are in retrograde. But it seems like these planetary retrogrades are working together to make people have to trust more in the spiritual side of things, because Uranus retrogrades brings up shakeups, instabilities, challenges, and what we say we believe in divinely. But here's the thing about it. This retrograde is in Taurus, and that's all about securing the bag. So there's a lot of spiritual rebellion that's going to lead to divine abundance for many. So those of you that have been walking on the right side of Issues Crossroad, you keep right on doing what it is you do and let the bag manifest. So there's my retrograde report. As always, you can look at all of these planets in your natal chart to get a closer perspective on how they affect your being and on a more detailed level. And if you need some help understanding that, then by all means, dial the number on the screen or hit the Yemoja care package in the I almost said demonstration, in the description box to book your own read. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we are going to get to your Moon Daily Tarot draw, brought to you by the Divine Feminine Collective. And my read is going to be from the Motherpeace Round Tarot deck, but my Moon Daily reads are all about the Divine Feminine. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Oshun. Obatala Shango gold trims awaken my melanin's platinum. over Oya colored satin. Yemoja priestess patented from the finest African fabrics. A house that crowns Oris and the quality is lavish. The ancestors are laughing and it fits when our shape shift from oracle to savage. It's a habit. This experience, this essence, you can have it. Just go to the House of Crowns, choose your fabric, your package, and grab it. Ashe. Unleash some traditional royalty into your wardrobe and home with some high-fashion bonnets, robes, traditional head wraps, robe and bonnet sets, table liners, aprons, quilt designs, and more from Ile Ade's House of the Crowns. They are created from the finest imported African fabrics, inspired by the love of authentic African textile art. They come in various alluring colors and patterns. Anything you choose comes with the spiritual essence that honors our ancestral legacy and heritage. House of the Crown's creator is none other than Iba Yemoja, Iba Iwo Oorun. And that's not all. Like my bracelets? Indulge in a monthly or quarterly self-love subscription box to deeper embrace your traditional royal femininity. The boxes come with all sorts of sets and extra gifts that remain a mystery until you open the box. So what are you waiting for? Visit the Ile Ade House of the Crowns today at iiiYansaje.com or email at iiiYansajeHouseoftheCrown@gmail.com. Bring some traditional African royalty into your wardrobe and your world. Ashe. And we're back. So, if you are seeing this part of tonight's forecast, then you are tapped into divine algorithm, divine feminines. This is your message. So I'm already seeing movement here, movement with the camera, movement with the pot next to the tarot read, and we got the Priestess of Swords, which is the Queen of Swords equivalent in this tarot deck. And what this symbolizes is a need to rest your weapons. I'm feeling lately that you have been frustrated in an area of reflection and in an area of spiritual growth, especially in terms of a divine relationship. There's something that you're going through with, I'm feeling a masculine that you may be in separation with that is really, really trying your faith. The spirit is saying that this connection will be successful and it will come back together in divine timing. And you are very clear and focused about your purpose and direction and very quick to cut off whoever and whatever you have to that gets in your way. So with that frustration energy coming up about with this, then allow yourself to be like Yemoja's water and surrender to the flow. Okay? It's okay to have integrity and be ready to cut off what you need to, but you also want to create space for love and bliss and balance to enter because that's what's giving you something to protect. Okay? And underneath, you have the shaman of swords or the king of swords. And what this feels like is that your divine masculine is in the same space that you're in, even though you guys are in separation. And because you are becoming more of an energetic match and more of an energetic vibration, it's getting closer to time for you to come back into divine union. So you have a lot of frustrations and hurts and pains from the past to release in order to be able to receive the new version. Because whatever causes separation had something to do with a very wild, imbalanced daughter of wands that you're seeing inverted here. So this shaman of swords has some lessons to learn from a feminine energy that your blood was not cold enough to teach him. Your energy was not imbalanced enough to take him on the ride he needed to go on in order to check his ego and to keep from bringing a bunch of demonic hood trash into your life. And underneath the bottom of the deck, we have a Son of Cups inverted. So we have a divine masculine here that, or maybe a karmic, or someone really childish that had to leave your life that caused a lot of frustration. But in that frustration, you found your focus, you found your peace, you found your divine path, and now you're ready to protect it at all costs. And there's nothing wrong with that, but just balance it out with being open to receive your wheel of fortune. All right. And as you can see, the top of the Wheel of Fortune card is pointing directly to the Shaman of Swords. So be ready to receive your money and your love all in the same kit and caboodle, Divine Feminines, because we have reached that energetic space where it's time. All you have to be is open to release the frustrations of the things that the divine allowed to be orchestrated so that both of you could grow and be in a better space individually yourselves and for each other. There is my general message, Divine Feminines. If you are needing some detailed personal divine advice, then by all means, dial the number on the screen, 314-200-0368. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. A focused, meditative state is the womb of your mind. May you always birth beautiful things. Iba Yemoja. The Moon Collection by the Mothership Mystic Boutiq. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio. Beam up. Thank you for joining me for this forecast. I certainly hope that you are able to gain some things from this interview. I almost said interview. I'm telling on myself. Speaking of this Monday, make sure you mark your calendars for September 30th. We have an interview with High Priestess Afia Matthews, who will be joining us on rotation 1 of the Mothership with wisdom about the Iba Yemoja, the waters, and how Orisha traditions are practiced in other regions of the world. If you are listening at the 9 o'clock hour, then stay tuned for my sun nightly vision of what love looks like. And that's that kingdom building, renewing the vows kind of love, that everlasting soul connection, kingdom divine, forever and a day kind of love. And if you're listening at the 6 a.m. hour, then stay tuned for the rising Bimbe to Yemoja before we get to the Divine Mothers of Old School Song. Either way, remember, the sky's big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. This is 222.9 The Mothership, Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up.